Got a product from, oh, this is heavy, MORRFlate right here. This one's been back ordered for a sec, but it's finally in, so let's jump into it. Wow, these are pretty sweet. Nice and sticky, ooh. And they say MORRFlate on the front. This is the TenSix PSI Pro. This is the new big boy from MORRFlate. Ooh, and we got MORRFlate sticker. Multi-tire inflator deflator. This is the PSI Pro, like I said. This thing does 10.6 CFM with dual cylinders. MORRFlate actually takes every single one of these things out of the box and they test them all and make sure that they are up to standard. Everything is good before they ship it out to you. You know you're not gonna get something that's junk or whatever. And the thing is actually pretty heavy, to tell you the truth. So it's nice that it has the carrying handles. You can see on the side of the bags, we got multiple spots where we can put stuff. Looks like we got 6 pockets, and it's got the MORRFlate branding on the front. This thing has a auto inflate start stop, basically, oh, and a nice carrying handle, which honestly you need to get it out of this bag. So it will turn off at preset PSIs.
Which is basically set it and forget it.
And it works off a 12 volt, what you would call almost jumper cables right here. Hard connect these to your battery under the hood. You can see this really thick gauge wiring. This looks to be about like 8 to 6 gauge wiring. Not totally sure on the gauge on there. Accuracy of plus or minus 2 PSI. And we could set the range between 10 and 120 PSI. So let's get that off there. Now I'm just gonna hook this up to a little temporary battery in my garage. Show you this before we get out there and do a little bit of real world testing. You can see it's real simple to change the PSI. Just kind of hit the up button. It actually started out at 30 PSI. So it looks like we can just go down from there. It does allow us to hold and kind of go a little bit faster. If we wanted to go all the way down to 10, for example, we could hit it at 10. If we wanted to get it up to 20 PSI, press and hold. You know, you can get it there, 25, 30. U is for units. So if we want to change up our units, most of us run between 30 to like maybe 35, but I run right around 30 PSI. Our whole hose here is all steel braided, which is really nice. We'll cut the little zip tie off it real quick for zip ties. 4 feet of hose. There's the hose itself. We got our nice little piece right there, which is cool. Mounting these under hood, which you already kind of have a tray that if you just mounted this down and then just bolted this to the mount.
Time for real world testing. So something I should mention here, using the MORRFlate TenSix, it has a 10.6 CFM output. However, most Schrader valves only are rated for a flow of 1.8 to 2 CFM per minute, which basically is a bottleneck if you're only filling up one tire at a time. And most compressors can only do 5.65 to 6.2 CFM doing one tire at a time. So the best way to do this is to combine it with a MORRFlate Quad, which allows us to get, believe it or not, up to 8 to 12 CFM of airflow without creating any bottlenecks. And you can get this thing filled up nice and quickly.
We're gonna go ahead and fill these back up to 33 and then we'll air down again. We're at a minute 38 and we're at 17.6 PSI. We're at 20 PSI at a little bit over 2 minutes. 28 PSI at a little over 4.5 minutes. Right at around 30 PSI. We're right at about 5 minutes. So you can see we're trying to get to 30 PSI on our tires, which is what I usually run it at. 33 PSI right around 6 minutes. I forgot to hit this, but anyways, it's pretty dang good. Love it. I air back down to right around 15. Inflating the car with the MORRFlate. I want to see how long this takes.
I meant to say Outback ExtremeAire compressor that I have mounted under hood, but you get the picture. It's a bit slower. Also, I should mention it is quite a bit louder than the MORRFlate. The MORRFlate is much more quieter and it has a much better tone.
We're at 1:45 seconds and we're at right around 22 PSI, I guess? No, 19 PSI. So we'll keep it going. It's recording. I guess keep me walking. We're right at 3 minutes basically. Let's see what we're at on PSI here. Looks like I'm at 22 PSI after 3 minutes. So it does seem to be quite a bit slower than the MORRFlate, but it's also mounted under the hood, so it's a little easy too. I think that a lot of guys could actually mount a MORRFlate right back here where my secondary battery is. I think you might be able to stuff it back there. I don't know. I know a lot of guys with like truck beds, like if you're rocking a Taco, Tacoma, you should be able to make up a mount and put it in the bed. But yeah, pretty sweet, man. So I think to get to 33 PSI, it took right around 6 minutes with the MORRFlate. We're at 346 right now. Probably pop in right around 6 minutes just to see where we're at. We are at 423. Let's see what we're at here. This says 27 PSI, but we'll equalize. We're at about 25 PSI. I'm gonna get it, honestly, I wanna get the car to about 26 and I'll drive the rest of the way home on about 26 PSI. But we're at
now with the TenSix at this same time, we were right at around 29 PSI, which is pretty impressive, and it just goes to show how much quicker it is.
All right, guys, we are right at around 6:09. Gonna give this 20 more seconds here. The floating is right at 30 PSI. That's just kind of what it says it's putting out, but once I shut it down, it'll change. 621, 623, 624, 625. All right, so 630, shutting her down. What do we get to? 29 PSI. So we got right at 29 PSI equalized out. I was right at 6 minutes and 30 seconds. Pretty good.
So the MORRFlate did about 4 PSI more, and this compressor actually ran about 30 seconds longer, come to think about it. I forgot to stop the timer.
TenSix performed really well from MORRFlate. That thing inflates super quick on the 35s. Got the 35s up to 33 PSI very quickly. I got the Outback Air, did kind of that, you know, change there between the two, and the Outback Air definitely does not perform as well as the MORRFlate, but it is my dedicated solution. Overall, MORRFlate is super dope, lets the car air down extremely quick, and the equalization is a really nice feature.
I let the Outback ExtremeAire run actually about 30 seconds longer, and it was quite a few PSI less. So we actually took the MORRFlate TenSix up to 33 PSI at right around 6 minutes, and right around 6 minutes and 30 seconds with this one, it only got me to 27 PSI. So you can see it does not have as much CFM output, but you know, overall still a good unit. The MORRFlate, man, that thing absolutely rips. Now later on, actually the next day, I did the same thing in a parking lot, and I have to tell you, other guys were kind of using similar compressors, not the same one as a MORRFlate inflator like the MORRFlate itself, but I had all 4 of my tires inflated in less time than they could even inflate one, which is pretty badass.
So thanks for watching, guys. Later, and rinse your own.